if you're a working drummer like me, stick bag is probably a really integral part of your toolkit. And for me, an integral part of this integral tool is my front pocket. And the front pocket in my stick bag, I would say half the space is dedicated to things that aren't for drums or percussion. And that front pocket really has kept me working. And it makes me kind of invaluable in some ways. And I'm going to go through some of the things I carry there. I think I got about maybe 7 things. And takes a really small amount of space, but is really valuable to the whole operation. So let's see what we got here. First thing, I carry a tuner. So this is a tuner that an acoustic guitar player, electric guitar player, bassist can just attach to their headstock. And if someone loses a tuner, forgets their tuner, that can kind of really slow down the operation. Maybe someone goes a little bit longer without tuning. So having a tuner just there, if somebody forgets it, makes you invaluable. And in that same theme, I always have a capo of some sorts. So again, if you're dealing with me specifically, I work in Nashville with a lot of singer-songwriters, a lot of people playing acoustic who are singing, and they rely on a capo. If they forget their capo, they don't want to have to change up their whole operation. So having this capo, again, I've used it multiple times on gigs, and the singer, acoustic guitarist has always been really grateful. So the third thing I carry with me, I always carry an extra power supply for an iPhone. And I think somewhere down here, yep, I also have a USB-C cable. So there's always going to be someone on the gig that's using a phone, maybe using an iPad, using some kind of electronic device to maybe download their charts, maybe to stream things. Inevitably, somebody forgets it. Again, I've used this multiple times. So the fourth thing I carry with me is this guy. So this is a 9-spot power adapter. A 9-volt 1-spot power adapter. A lot of guitarists, bassists, people use pedals, use this guy. It's kind of universal. Again, I don't use this when I'm playing drums, but this takes up a small amount of space, and if I have this in my stick bag and someone forgets theirs, and they're having to totally change up their operations last minute, having one of these can really save the day. Here's a couple more things. 1/4-inch cable, right? So this is used to connect various pedals. Sometimes I'll have a little bit longer, like an instrument cable. If somebody has a bad cable, something goes wrong. Having 1 or 2 of these, again, I don't use it every gig, but when you do and you have that spare, you are seen as a lifesaver. I also usually carry a few picks. And those get in my stick bag because when I'm kind of changing over from gigs, sometimes people just leave them there. Sometimes there's just strays, and I just have them there. Every now and again, someone's low on picks, someone loses a pick, needs a pick really quickly. I can just reach in my stick bag, and boom, I'm a lifesaver. Also, in that regard, I'll always carry some kind of RCA to stereo cable. So if someone needs to connect a phone, an iPhone for an audio output, I also have like an extra stereo cable just in case. It takes up such a small amount of space. And also in that regard, taking up a small amount of space, I'll have a little 1/8-inch to 1/4-inch stereo adapter, headphones. So if people are using in-ear monitors and you need to connect to a board that requires a 1/4-inch stereo, having one of these guys really saves the day. I also carry a multi-tool. I use this on drums and for other instruments. So some needle nose pliers. I also have various hex wrenches, various knives, a screwdriver in here. Again, this is used quite frequently, takes up a small amount of space. Let's see, what else did I have down here? I think that's about it. I also here carry a 9-volt, but that's also kind of a duplicate of this 1-spot 9-volt. And why I carry this all in my stick bag, again, is because I want to keep everybody working. I want to keep the show going. Now, a lot of people say that's not your responsibility to carry someone else's tools. And that person would be exactly right. But when I'm on stage, my job is to help everybody play better. That's me knowing the music. That's me being on time. That's me being cool, chill, supportive. And that's, if I take a few steps that really take up no space and no energy for me, that is an extra insurance policy for some of the other musicians. When you use that, people remember and they associate you with, oh, this is a guy that I can rely on for other things. And this guy's a team member. And really, when you're up there on stage, you are a team member. And your job is not to make yourself look as good as possible. Your job is to make the group sound as good as possible. So these are like really important things I like to carry in my stick bag. And lastly, with the stick bag, you notice that I don't have a strap on here because I actually use a guitar strap as my strap for my stick bag. So this is, again, multi-purpose. I can easily sling this around, but if someone breaks the strap, forgets the strap on a gig, boom, I have it right there. So these are really effective tools for me since I'm playing pretty much every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I would say at least once a week I'm using one of these items. Like every one of these items gets used frequently, probably once a week. So again, if this stuff is useful to you, helpful to you, subscribe, like, comments, anything helps keep me cranking out this content. So thanks for watching.